I'm pleased to say I'm joined now by two leading members of the FIFA community, Dave and Suff. We're stood here surrounded by legends of Arsenal's past. You've just had a go on FIFA 10. Is that going to become a legend?
I think I've played it for a short time, Steve, but it's an awesome game. Really impressed with it. New features. Within 5 minutes you could feel them. Made a real difference.
Suff, what are your first reactions?
I was very impressed with the tight control. You can feel that there's been a lot of progress in the game. And given that how early it is in development and how long they've still got to make it better, I think it's going to be a hit, definitely.
What impressed you most, Dave?
The smooth way it played was just noticeable immediately. Really enjoyed the way it played. The new dribbling in many directions, the 360 dribbling, makes such a difference to the game, so many new dimensions.
And what sort of expectations ahead of today did you have before you came here to get your hands on FIFA 10?
I was very excited. Obviously, given the success of FIFA 09 and how well received it was, being the #1 football game, I was looking forward to what EA had to offer, and they haven't let us down so far, given that this is an early build as well.
And also on a day like today, it's normally just press only, but amongst the sweaty members of the media, you're also here, members of the FIFA community. What sort of a gesture is that, do you think?
I was absolutely delighted to receive the invite last week, Steve. Coming up from Cornwall, nearly missed it. Train was late, was gutted thinking I was going to miss it, but I thought it was a great gesture and really appreciated.
Fantastic that you can get your hands on the game and actually just have a look at what we can expect when it's released this fall. Now, are you impressed with the way that perhaps FIFA and EA Sports have listened to some of the things that gamers have said about things that need tinkering or improving or refining? Is that something, can you see that in the gameplay, that those things have been listened to and responded to as well?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, for years people have been calling for changes, and various different game companies have started to listen to what the community says, and especially here with FIFA 09. I mean, that was a first real taste, and the FIFA community realized how much the company had listened to what they wanted in the game, the changes they wanted to see in the game, changes to gameplay, changes to features, and FIFA 09 was so successful. And then again here, in FIFA 10, we heard the community, talk about tighter control, responsiveness, and things like that. And again, you can see that happening with FIFA 10. So it's great. It's great either way.
Why should, Dave, any games company bother or indeed listen to what any member of the community says?
I think it's so important because they're the people that play the game. I think for a number of years, EA, you've watched a cycle of new game features are advertised, everyone gets excited, game comes out, gamers get really frustrated and say, why don't the company listen to us? I think it's great for Suff and myself to be here today, contribute from the communities. We've got loads of feedback. I've already been talking to Gary about he wants me to send him a load of information. It's just great that they're listening, and hearing David speak, a number of the features he talked about were key frustrations in the game, and the companies listen, so hats off, superb.
OK, well, boys, you've come off the field of play. I think there's only two things that need to be done now. First, a rub down. Second, we're all in the bath together. Hope that isn't a problem.